Hey everyone, it's Elisa. I am here in Connecticut. I am in Cynthia Russo's studio. We are spending a girls' weekend together. Cynthia is our other admin and the other founder of the group. And so I'm here sitting in her awesome studio, I have to say. Wait till you see. And we decided that we're going to do a little tutorial for you guys, a little box shoot tutorial. I guess a tutorial, and just sort of like watch what the setup looks like. We're going to do a couple of little tricks to show you, and then later on we'll both edit some pictures, not live, and show you some of the outcomes. So I just wanted to give you a quick little tour of her studio. I want to give it a couple of minutes and let people sort of see and come online, because I could see we're get a little bit more of an audience going to show you the different tricks and the different setups. But also I'm going to post this onto the group so this can be replayed, and I'm going to put it into the units also. So hello everybody, and feel free to ask us questions, chat with us. We'll periodically go back and forth and look at the camera, and we can answer some questions if you want. We'll try to be really explicit in showing you how we do some of these really cool tricks. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Cynthia, you want to come say hi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing, everybody? So glad you can join us. I know, here I am.
Okay, there you are. So
we're excited.
We're really excited.
I know.
Hello.
Get to do our first box shoot together.
I know. This is really cool because we've never done a box shoot together before, right?
Right?
So we've been friends for how many years have we been friends for already?
3? Maybe?
No, I think
2.
longer than that. No, we've been friends longer than 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 5. I want to say 5 years,
Yeah, I forgot
right?
about the other group. Yeah.
Yeah, so we met online in a different group, not even on Facebook, and we became real life friends. And I took a ferry over to see her yesterday, and we went hiking and had so much fun. And so now we're gonna do we're gonna do a shoot together.
Yeah.
So
in my messy studio.
No, your studio is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Studio blows my basement studio away 1,000 times. Wait till you see. I'm gonna give a little
avoid
tour.
That section over there.
Okay. Oh, really? Because it's really nice. The whole thing is so nice.
Okay.
No, the whole thing looks so nice.
Okay.
She's a really awesome studio. Can I do it from the entrance? Sure. All right.
Sure.
So I'm going to flip the screen around.
All
right. Let's see how we do that. Okay. So I'm going to bring you. All right. Bring you. Whoops. You guys saw the ceiling. To figure out how to make this stay.
Oh, you want to take it off then?
No, but when we do it, this tilts a little. Oh, it should stay. Okay, so walking through the entrance of her studio, these awesome, beautiful floors. She tethered up the camera to Lightroom, which is very cool. So we can take pictures, and you'll be able to see it right there. She has this great workspace in the back of the studio. She has a really nice little sitting area. So when clients come in, they can sit and they can relax. And then she can even use these different couches and whatnot as props, right?
Yeah. I use everything as props.
Yeah, so really beautiful.
Even my latest chair.
Nice chair. Yep. All right, and then voila, there you go. So let's take a look at the camera and the lighting setup. All right. So you use Buff, right? You'll use the
Policy Buff light system.
So she's got her light set up.
Just an Einstein, one light.
Take a really good look. You can see her light. What size box is this? It's a soft box.
I don't know.
It's a rectangular, something like that probably. And it's literally just right next to her camera, smack next to it. And you're going to see how great it lights up the box. You don't really need anything more than that. And then she has her camera set up with a trigger on top.
Yeah.
So it could trigger the light.
I have it at 35 millimeter. This is a 24-70 lens. And it's generally at 35 when I do a box shoot or thereabouts. I have it on f11. Speed is 200.
Can't see it. I was like, it's not there.
No. My ISO, I might have boosted up to 200. Just for today's purposes, and And that's it.
That's it. And how many feet would you say you're back from your box? If you're doing it at 30, she's shooting at 35 millimeters, so maybe like 12 feet back from the box.
Yeah.
And then show it to you. Here's your box.
Scuff marks and all
Yep.
that I don't freak out about anymore.
Some props that we set up. And then here you go. And here's the setup from this view. So you could see really the camera is just on a tripod. It's really directly next to the light. The light is pretty much smack in the middle of the box too. You're not using any kind of side lighting. We're just using some light to just, you're going to want shadows. So when you'll see when she takes the pictures, there will be shadows in there. Shadows are good, but they're nice. They're diffused. They're not, heavy. And the light is really nice and spread out. So,
And I am going to set up the remote. I generally have a Bluetooth remote, but it needs battery and I can't find the battery. So I'm going to be old school and plug it in.
the old school.
If I can untangle this. But yeah, so that, you can interact with your clients more or whoever's in the box.
Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea's getting a phone call. Hope that didn't go through. Don't worry. How do we disable the phone call feature? Okay. All right. So I'm going to set this up and we're going to take turns. We have a couple of little things we want to show you how to do. So I guess I'll set up the camera.
Oh, do we have a roll of tape?
Yeah, I brought the tape. Yeah, I put the tape out. So I guess, do we want to show them just the box and how, or should we show it from behind and you taking the pictures? Let's see.
I think, you don't need this part because everybody already knows, but they want to actually see how we pour
Right.
and how we
What do you
set
think?
that up.
Come look and say.
Oh,
Like that? Or
Sure.
should we go in?
go in a little closer.
All right, cool. We don't need the camera.
Is that your mom?
The photographer.
Is your mom watching?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm going to wave to you guys. Oh, I waved. Oh, my mom said hi.
Alright, I think this is untangled.
Okay. All right. So hopefully this stays. And, right now the video is on an angle, so the box looks off centered, but it's fine. We set it up in advance and the box is totally centered into the camera.
Right.
So, and that's it. Everything is all set up and ready to go. So, what should we do first? Excited.
How about if we just take a few basic shots?
Okay. Do I take my socks on or off? What do you think? You be the director.
Okay.
And then we'll switch. And I'll take some of you.
Well, mine are off, so if we're going to do anything together, we
Okay.
kind of want to.
Oh, I should have gotten a manicure.
Right? I know, mine are horrible.
Nobody looks like I have to Photoshop my toes.
Do you know what's funny? When you're doing this, you forget. We're doing actually live, so hi, everybody, and hope
All right.
we don't forget that you're there.
So one of the things is take a look at the little fringes on my shirt. If
Yeah.
you're not careful, I'm going to have fringes hanging over. That may be really cool. You may want fringes hanging over,
But not in
I
every
would
shot.
suggest not doing that very often. So especially if you're just starting out with the boxes, my suggestion to you is to make sure that people keep all limbs, all body parts in a lot of the photos inside the perimeter of the box so that you don't have to do any kind of special fancy photoshopping for a lot of the pictures.
Yeah.
All right.
So Chelsea just asked, do you guys have your camera facing up, not sideways, if that makes sense? Chelsea, I think you're asking
Landscape.
horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Typically I have mine portrait mode. Today I happened to click it on there and we have it all set up, so we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I generally shoot a box photo.
Like a
Portrait.
vertical. Yeah. And then when I first started the first few box shoots, I did horizontal the way she has it now, and then I flipped it and now I generally shoot
Right.
it vertical because then you are able to get a little bit closer to the box
Exactly.
and get the feet in.
That's what I said this morning
Yeah.
when we were setting up. I thought, wow, I'm a little bit further away than normal, but that's the reason why. So thanks, Chelsea, for figuring that out for us.
Oh, and also Cynthia preset her camera. So I already went in the box. She took a few shots of me.
Mhm.
She focused her camera, and then you set it onto
Right.
manual, right? Is that what you did? Is that how you
No,
do that?
actually, I left it on auto because I thought that's.
Oh.
Let me just
Okay.
double. You know
Well,
what? It's always good to double check.
So we were talking about how each of us do it a little bit differently. So I in the beginning I tried one shoot, it was just a practice shoot with somebody, and I tried just focusing, setting it and forgetting it. So I set, I got focused on the person, and then I set my camera into manual mode, which locks in the focus. And then afterwards, I don't know why, I don't know if I just did something wrong, but a lot of my pictures were slightly out of focus. Not fully out of focus, but the eye was just out of focus slightly. So I just get nervous, and I end up focusing and moving my focal point a lot during a photo shoot. But I know that there are other people, we talk about it in the group, there are definitely people in the group that lock in the focus and it works for them. So, and you do that, right?
Right,
you lock
and
in
I'm
the focus
actually
and
going
works
to do
for
it
you.
again. And since it's at F11, I'm pretty safe.
Right, it should
You know,
work.
Focuses your eyes here if you're forward, and it focuses if you're in the back. So
Right,
It
because you
works
know
for
there's
me.
a certain depth of field that you can have, still achieve focus. And if you have any real questions about that, you should hit up Chris Mills. I think he's got a video on it.
yes,
It's in the units, I
Okay.
think. He's got a whole description about focal length and depth of field and how, what's in focus and what distance.
yeah.
It's really technical.
So, can you just move your feet over for a second? I want to point out something as well. So since I have my camera on horizontal mode, which I normally don't do, but I did today and it's all set up so we're going with it, I have to be sure that, let him drape all the way down.
Okay.
I know that her feet will be cut off because Elisa has beautiful long legs. So,
Nine.
today,
long
I'm going to be
legs.
sure that she's got them either tucked up a little bit, or she's lifting her knees, or to show a way you lift your feet. Yeah,
Just make
doing
like
that.
this.
Yeah, I wouldn't have her hanging her feet all the way down because we're going to have to not use the picture.
Right.
Just because of our setup today. So just always beware. And that's really another good reason to do the portrait.
The vertical. That was a really
Vertical.
good question,
Yeah.
Chelsea. Thank you.
All right. I want to focus you, and I'm going to turn it on manual.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. Don't let me leave my watch here because you're going to have to mail it to me then.
Okay.
All right.
Or you'll just have to come down and...
Well, I'll come back and visit again. Or you'll come to me.
Okay. And that should... And you know, we can double check because we are tethered to Lightroom. We can double check partway in to make sure we're in focus.
Right.
And if we're not, we don't ruin the whole shoot,
Right.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
totally.
So, let's see if my remote is working, since the other one isn't. Hey, it did! It worked. And I think my computer had gone to sleep. So, the Lightroom tether is funny that way. Let's just see. Let me just see if this will... All right. Okay, the lighting is perfect. My when I'm looking at the photo, I make sure the same amount of wall. That's how I do it. I make sure the same amount of wall is present on both sides of the box, and that way you know you're centered, left to right, and then also from top to bottom.
If you happen to have a camera that has a level inside of it, like my camera has a level, I turn it on, I go into live mode on my camera,
Yeah.
and I set it up so that there's like a level and there's a crisscross, and I can kind of center it that way. But I have to say that sometimes I bring them back into Lightroom, and they're not perfectly
Yeah.
level, and there's some tricks that you can actually
Yeah.
make the box a little more square.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah,
afterwards,
that's
but
tricks. Okay, so do you want to try one of our
tricks.
tricks
Okay, let's
first?
do a trick.
All right. We should do the. You know what? I'm going to check to see if anybody has any questions because we're not here behind the camera. The phone. Okay, nobody else. Do you want to do the pour?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So we decided, because it's afternoon, wine is always good at any time, but we're going to do a coffee pour because I have to go home soon and Cynthia has to drive me to the ferry. So we can't drink wine.
No.
Not that you have to drink the wine when you do a wine pour, but so she made a fresh pot of coffee, but put some ice cubes in it to cool it down so we don't burn ourselves. And
Which mug should we use?
I'm going to set it up. So how are we going to do it? So who's going to be the pourer and who's going to be the catch? Who's going to pour? Who's going to catch? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll pour.
Okay, you pour and I'll catch. So basically you have to think about where is the person pouring from, and then you have to set up the catch so that it's going to be vertical to each other. So we're going to put a towel down. And I'm going to put a little pop there. So, all right, so if you're going to pour, I'm going to have you pour to this side first.
Okay.
All right, and then just got some tape, right? I'm going to set up the tape so that she knows where to put the pour. Like a little mark. Actually, I'm going to look through the camera first when you pour, just to hold the cup. Just, come in here for a second with the mug.
Maybe the black to go against the sweater, or the green.
Actually, you're the coffee cup. You're the coffee mug. You're the coffee pot. Now that I think about it, right? You're the pour. So. You're pouring.
We'll get it right.
Okay, so can I see through? Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, I can see through. So, all right, so
I'm gonna be
all right,
pouring.
so I'm gonna have you pour
Right here.
All right, that looks good. So
Do you know what we need?
actually scoot
We
down.
need coffee.
Yeah, we'll do it in a second. Just
Okay.
scoot to the left a little bit. Yeah,
Here?
because I actually scoot to the scoot a tiny bit to the right. Yeah, I just want to fill you up in the box a little bit. Okay, good. So if that's
Yeah.
where your pour is gonna be, yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
And do you
So-
like your pour to have the pour within this space, or do you reach down?
I'll do both.
Okay.
Okay, so I should do that. I usually just if it's gonna be a pour right over here, I'm gonna put a little tape mark up there.
Okay, then maybe
A little,
that's good.
right? So then when we do the mug and hold it up, you're gonna want to hold it.
Let me fill this with coffee.
Yeah. If I put a little tape here, I'll just Photoshop it out, right?
Yeah.
Just a little reminder. So put a little tape there, so there's like a little bit of a guide, so she knows where to pour from, and let's see, make sure, and it lines up so that when I come back in, I'm gonna hold the cup as if she's pouring it to me, and I'm gonna hold it up here, so that way we know. And then maybe we'll switch sides and do a couple of different sides.
Yeah.
But
And
that was-
also, we can you want to capture some of the actual coffee coming out
Right.
of the
right. So we'll take a couple of pictures. So you'll just kind of be here, and then we'll do a little bit lower. Like a variety. Okay.
And for safety's sake, we actually cooled down the coffee all the way, so we're not dealing with hot coffee. A little.
All right. Let me just take a quick look at the. Do you have any questions? Hi guys. Hello everybody. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. I'm excited for you guys also. Wow. Oh, Kathy, we said the camera today is, you might have come in on that one last. She has it set up horizontally. The camera right now is horizontally. If you look back at the video, you'll see. But we just discussed that we actually usually do it vertically. I usually do it vertically. I used to do it horizontally, especially if you want to capture more of the bottom vertical, but we were just setting it up, and then now we're just going with it.
Right.
So
Because it'll take too long to adjust it
yeah.
again. So.
Okay. So you ready?
Yep.
So I just
There's a remote right there.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot. This is
So
an
you
awesome
can-
remote. Look how long her wire is.
No.
Like, this is
It's
really-
even nicer when there's no wire. I recommend a no wire. So you can get closer to your client. You just need to be sure you're not in the frame.
Okay. So all right. So let me just take.
You can tell me
sure.
lower, higher.
Yeah. So start right. But I want to make sure that I just want to come back here. Okay, that looks good. All right, ready and go. Whoops. And now look at me.
Oh, I
Smile.
forgot about smiling.
Smile, and then be like ah, and bring it lower, like so it goes down a little bit. Actually, bring it to the right a little. So I want to make sure that she's lining that up. Yep,
Over
just
here?
a little. Nope, I'm sorry, to the left. Oh, a little bit more to your right now. That's good. Perfect. Good, and bring it down a little bit more. Good. Maybe even a little more. Down. Good. Awesome. Okay, and we'll take a look and see. All right, so let's take a look at some of these pictures really quick. Make sure that I think. And the thing is that if you kind of if you can get the alignment perfect, then that's great because that makes it so much easier in Photoshop. But if you can't, then you can sort of adjust things in Photoshop and you budget. That's why it's Photoshop.
So the tether's not working, so we're not worried about it.
Okay, so no tether. I'm gonna just take a quick look behind the camera then.
Just take one more picture so I can see if anything else changed with the remote.
Okay.
You forget about the remote. Just need to throw something in there for you to focus on.
Oh.
I'm just testing the Lightroom tether again. Okay, it's not working.
All right.
We're not worried about it.
All right. We were tethered, but now we're not. Okay. So, whoops. So now we have to do the opposite side.
I know why we're not tethered. Because it's unplugged.
Oh, all right. That's a good reason.
Yeah. Put that back. Okay.
All right. So, which one do you think? The black one?
I can't see the black against your sweater.
Yeah, let's do it.
So actually, you can bring that in front of the camera and just say that. Well, it would be up away from your sweater. However, the red adds a little more
Yeah, like a
contrast
little
in the
pop,
picture.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So now you kind of have to guide me a little bit.
Okay, hang on one second. Good. All right, so you're just collecting the pour, right?
Yeah. So I'm just collecting. So now,
So-
we have to visualize that she just poured here. I'm in the box lower than her, but I'm looking up, catching the pour, right?
Yep.
So,
So your thing is right here. Do you need that?
no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's actually a good idea to put it right there.
Yeah, put a little dot. Okay.
Yep. So that way I can see it inside of the box. That was a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Ready?
All right.
Nice.
And should I do it a little more?
Yeah. And always
Maybe even, like, come
do
out
that
a
again
little?
because I wanted to say
Maybe
one
like
thing.
that.
I've shot where go how you were at first.
Okay.
Sometimes this arm blocks the face, you know,
Right.
and that's not good. It's not as.
Do you want to look
Oh,
at the camera?
look what happened to the camera. Hi, everybody.
Sorry. Wait. What did you say?
It says, sorry, everybody. I don't know.
Are we back?
Can y'all see us? Give us a wave. I think we're good. We're waving.
All right. Are we still on?
Yep.
Are we still
It says
live?
it, oops, ceiling tiles. Yes, we're still live.
Okay. We're still live.
All right. Everybody can see us, right? Yep, we got good.
All right. Do you want to look at the camera? Do you want to look at the picture to see if I'm blocking the face?
Oh, you're not.
Okay.
You're not. As a matter of fact, that's a perfect pose. Right, here we go. Let's do it again. All right, now I would say up for a couple, bring your head out a little bit. Yeah, like that, exactly. Nice. Good. I think we got it. And now we're tethered so we can see our picture over
awesome.
there.
So now in thinking about this, right? So we did these kind of poses. We know that the bulk of the photos right now that we've done so far are on this side because her body's on this side, my body's on this side, right? So you want to start thinking about, like, if you're going to move on to another pose, you want to start thinking about putting people on this side so we can start balancing out the photos. You want to make sure that you don't always have people posed in on one side and not on the other. Sometimes with some of the more simple photos, I have them repeat it on both sides so that I have options down the road later on. Get a question a lot, not so much in our group, but when I post in other groups, let's say, and to just show them. And then this is an extremely, extremely common question. Why don't you move the camera so that the perspective is correct?
Right.
So when we take these pictures, you'll notice that the perspective isn't like technically correct, right? So every picture looks like it's on the same perspective, but if you have 9 boxes, the perspective should look different on top than how it was looking from the bottom. And that is true, but can you imagine doing a photo shoot like this and always having to change the camera perspective? You have to know every single image that you're going to do in advance, pre-planned. It takes away all the spontaneity.
And not change your mind at all.
And not change your mind at all, right. So for a family shoot, I mean, we're adults, and we're going to start being really spontaneous.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have little kids thrown into the mix, and they might not want to cooperate with you. And
it'll add
you need
so much time onto your shoot.
so much. You need spontaneity. So I have given up. I don't even try for perspective. You
No,
don't try for
I don't,
perspective, right?
No.
And honestly, clients don't care.
Yeah.
They don't even look for it. They
Yeah.
don't even notice. They just don't
They
think
just
this
think
thing
it's
is so
pretty
cool.
cool.
So, all right. So what else am I going to do?
And it also, if you get stuck and you didn't shoot enough on the other side of the box, take a couple simple ones and flip them. Nobody will notice.
Right. I mean, the lighting might be a little. The shadow looks a little different,
Yeah,
but
it might look a little different, or the
Clients
person's
won't.
part, or their hair might go on the other side of their face, and they're not used to that. But for some people, it works.
right. So I'm gonna take a couple more. Like, so maybe I'll try this.
Yep. All right, and then don't cover your face.
And that'll also, like, if we were, when I go back and look at the pictures, I might be like, oh, I like this side of my face better than
Yeah.
that side of my face. And
Yep.
so,
Yep.
okay, how's that?
Good. Drop your left arm, like off the That way. Now is the cup right in front of your face?
Probably, right?
Yep. I'm looking at Lightroom over there, and it's right in front of your face. So that's why this side might not be such a great idea, but
Okay.
that worked. That worked
Okay.
fine. Yep. Good. All right.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
All right. So,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to show like a couple of simple little shots that I'll show. You wanna
Sure.
get
All right. So somebody said what kind of lighting is needed. So you want
in?
to
Okay,
say
so
is there
if
something
you-
in the units that?
Yeah, so the lighting, so Cynthia has, if I'm going to show this, I'm going to post this video later so you can go back to it in the beginning because you might have come in later. The very beginning of this video, I showed you the setup, her setup and her lighting. She just has one rectangular softbox, maybe like a 48 by 32 or I don't know, something like that. Nothing actually that
Wow, very
humongous.
simple.
So when this is over, if you want to scroll backwards, you'll see her whole lighting setup. You can also look in the units. You can see the video that I have on YouTube that shows my lighting setup. I actually have a 48-inch Octobox, which is actually a much larger light diffuser, but her lighting is working fantastic. I mean, the light is
Yeah.
perfect. So you don't need anything that crazy and that big. She's using, how many watts is your light?
It's 640, but I normally use the 400.
Okay, so I use a 400 watt. She's using a 640, but she's used a 400 watt light.
Mhm.
They both work.
Mhm.
I've never done it with speed lights, so I can't really
Yeah.
speak to
Mhm.
that. But there are definitely other people in the group that do use speed lights.
So someone just had a question, and it's very simple. Somebody asked about, they Googled how to put your camera on vertical mode. This is how you do it. You turn it. So this is horizontal, and turn it vertical.
Yeah, so you just might have to take your
That's all.
tripod and you just
Pivot it.
so
Mhm.
that it's
Yeah, maybe I'll tripods don't do that, but mine does. Yeah, so you just pivot it, right?
right. Yeah, my tripod, you
Okay.
can just turn it so you get it to a vertical mode. I think there's also like the L bracket, right, that people use to
Yep.
turn it quickly. I have an L bracket at home.
Yep.
I just have to figure out how to use it. And when I do, I'll just make a little video and show you guys.
So somebody asked, how do you keep the workflow moving quickly enough to schedule one family an hour? I've been practicing and feel... I lost that. Do you have any advice to streamline sessions?
I think one is just experience. So
Mhm.
you'll start to know what poses you want. I would say write your poses down,
Yep.
especially in the very beginning. If you know that you want specific poses, make yourself a little checklist and get them out. And start putting people in, switching from side to side. Literally check it off. You can even use a visual checklist where if you see poses that other people have and you want to print out like a little visual checklist, and then if the people aren't really sure, you can just show it to them.
Yeah.
But this just happens over time that you learn the poses that you want.
And I can show,
So
I
you want to
think-
show a little
So there's certain things that you might want to do even if you're not sure how you're going to use the pose ultimately. If you have somebody who's doing this, for example, you might have them be reaching for something and then reaching down here and you say, okay, quick, reach the ceiling, reach the ceiling. You don't have anything in mind yet, but you might need it later. Or just have them look around, have them do both sides.
So let's do it. Let's do it.
This.
Ready? I'm gonna do it.
Ready?
Ready? Oh wait, when she's
Yeah.
looking to the side, I want to show you something. So Cynthia's hands, okay? If she were to take her hand and go like this, when you guys go to edit it, you're gonna lose her fingers. It's gonna be chopped off. You may not be able to see it. So I always, this is a really big one, I always have my clients, if I want to use it, have them have their fingers here. So when you edit the boxes together, you're not going to chop off the fingers. And take my word for it, I have many pictures I've chopped off fingers.
Yep.
Like live and learn. These
Yep.
are the little steps that we're like trying to get you ahead of the game. So,
Yeah.
so if she's going to hold, you always tell your clients to keep their fingers, you know, don't let them wrap it around the side of the box.
Right.
So that's a really big one. So, okay, so you
So
want to try a
track
couple?
me through like 5
Yeah,
quickies?
yeah, ready? So, okay, so you want to just get
I
back
don't
in-
know what to do. Tell
All
me
right,
what to
so
do.
get back into that pose you were just in.
Okay.
Okay. Keep your fingers so they're not wrapped
Okay.
around. And I want you to look at me. Good. I want you to smile. Great. And now I want you to look as if there's somebody right next to you. And, you know, great. You can look surprised. Watch when people have long hair. You don't want it to cover their face. Can you take your face and just bring it slightly out, but still look with your eyes? Good. There you go. Nice. Nice. Now can you wave to them with your right hand? Good. Perfect. Nice. And now I want you to look up as if somebody's above you. Great. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, don't forget to not wrap your fingers. Great. So now I'm feeling her hair might cover her eyes a little bit because her hair is going to flow down. So,
So this wouldn't be the best pose for me, but
no. So take your
could
face
work.
and face it towards me a little more and then look up. Great. I love the way you're moving around. That's awesome. Now, right, so look down. I want you to move to the other side and look down.
to this side.
To the your left side, and I want you to just look down, and now hang your whole head over and look down as if there's somebody there. Okay, now look all the way up
In the same position.
in the same position. Yeah, look all the way up. Great. Now, do you want to get smack in the middle of the box? And can you stand in it?
Yep.
Okay. And maybe make like a little X with yourself. Good. And now, that looks like a yoga move. You can tell she's flexible. She does yoga. There you go. So now Cynthia has really blonde hair. So one thing I would not do with her, you can sit down. Okay, so sometimes people like to do a hair thing where they have their hair hanging over, like
do
sort
it,
of
but you
backwards.
won't. It's not.
I wouldn't do this with Cynthia with a white bottom because if we do this, the editing
Is
is
killer.
gonna be killer. The only way I would do this is if I had a green cardboard or even black or something that would give contrast between her hair. I'm gonna just take a shot, okay? Later on, you wanna do it one more time? Yeah.
Oh, sure.
There we go. So you're gonna have such a hard time editing out that hair when it's blonde with a white bottom. I often keep this this green board with.
Oh, yeah.
I keep a green board, just like a piece of construction paper. Not even construction paper. I don't know what it's called.
Poster
But-
board.
Poster board. Thank you. Poster board. I keep poster board here, and I throw in a piece of green, so it almost acts like a green screen, and then it's much easier
I'm
to cut out.
wondering, would you paint this green?
I literally just tape it on.
I
I
know.
pull it
Is there
off.
any value to that? I'm wondering.
No, I think.
No.
I mean, yes, I guess if you want to, but
But then there might be times you don't want.
yeah, I just like to have it there, put it on, take it off. Because then, if we were to do my hair, the white's going to be great because I have dark hair and it's going to be an easy contrast.
Yeah.
You know. So, so
Do
I
I
did.
do a tug of some sort?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
do
do
it. Well, if we do that, oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
the remote. We
something
can do
else?
it. Oh, let's do a. So we have
Oh,
this
phone.
phone. So we got a phone. She has this cool phone, and we thought instead of doing a tug of war with here,
So one person's going to be on the phone, and one person's going to have the phone unit in the other box, right?
right. So we thought maybe we do a little tug of war with this, but we probably have to put the tape
tug of war or just on the phone?
On the phone is good because it's like the same idea. You know, when you've seen some pictures where people do tug of wars and they have a rope, or now for Christmas, I think I use garland. Sometimes I wrap people up in it. The idea is that when you do this, you want to make sure you know where the wire, the string, the rope is. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Are the shadows on the back of the box okay? So what you're seeing on right now on your screen, there are harsh shadows. There are not. I feel like I'm going to move the phone over there. I'm going to bring it over to the Lightroom screen so you can see. I don't see how there's no shadows. Like there's literally almost no shadow on that. This is the Lightroom tether. So it's not the same thing that you see on your screen right now. And we actually like a little bit of shadow because that helps ground you in the box and looks realistic.
Yeah. If you got rid of all your shadows, it would look like you just photoshopped somebody in there.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yep.
You know, shadows are good. Just you want to have nice, soft shadows.
Hi all. Sorry we're not really on the back of the phone screen, so we can't do a lot of waving, but okay.
Wave. Okay, so how do we want to do this? So I'm on the phone.
You're on the phone.
You're going to be holding the phone, right? So this is like the thought process that goes through my head when I do a shoot.
Should I go on that?
And I often do it out loud.
You can stay exactly how you are, I think.
No, no, because you're going to be back in the box next holding this. So, do you want me to do this way?
Okay.
No, so like.
Do you see how it can be done both ways?
Okay, so the wire, we have wire
Wires
the wire
here.
going across.
Right, and if you had been against this wall, it's the same deal. Look, go back for a second. Okay, you're on the phone, and this is in the box next to you.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But we'll do it both ways.
So let's just mark where the wire is going to be.
All right.
And do you want to?
Hold this. This tape is seen. All right, where was it right here? I'll put it there.
So sometimes if I have a garland or a string, I'll tape it to here also.
Oh, okay.
You know, do you ever do that? Do you tape it?
No.
No, I'll tape it if it's a string sometimes. So that way, if we have string, we can even do a pull, I guess. We can do like a little pull.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right, just for this perfect. So you're on the phone, and I'll put it where it's supposed to be. Okay, ready? Sweet. And again. And each time you move, I'll make sure the cord is in the right spot.
And what are we gonna
do the other side, go to the other side because you were thinking. I'm on this side, but you were
right. That's what I was thinking. Right. Yeah. So do you think I should put the phone on this side?
We'll do both.
Okay.
Because you never know what's gonna look better. And throw your head back, laughing. Yeah. Love it. Good.
No, I can't do that. No one can see that, right?
Okay. So
the wire is pretty much crossing that, right? So now you're going to get in the box and let's visualize. So you're going to sit over. You're going to sit over here.
I can sit anywhere in the box.
And I'm trying to
the
visualize
cord's
this.
crossing that way.
Right. So the cord's going to cross that way. So let's try to make sure we are.
Yeah. Well, that's very scientific here. Watch. Can you grab the tape?
Yep.
Well, you can grab the same piece if you want.
No, I'm going to leave it just so we go back and forth.
Okay.
All right.
So it's right there.
Okay.
All right.
So now you are holding this, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what? We can move the coffee out of the way.
Yeah, we don't need the coffee right now.
I don't know if the coffee, if they saw the floor, the coffee being poured in the pot. I mean, was the pot in the?
The video?
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. Know that it's got to be caught by something. So no matter if I'm on this side or this side of the box, it's still coming from that direction.
Yeah.
All right. So I can hold it. I should have smiled, but I didn't.
You could type the numbers in.
Okay. You know what? Now I'm wondering if you can really even see that, so I'm going to turn
actually, I'm
it.
going to make sure that my wires.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it slightly so
Actually, do I really want the blue here? It's gonna be hard to
Yeah,
Photoshop out. Do we have the blue on that side? Oh.
Good point. We'll figure it
You know
out.
what? I might have to redo that a little bit because I don't know if I want the blue on here
You don't.
because I'm going to Photoshop that out. And so I want the blue back here. We'll just redo that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Ready?
And maybe one to the camera.
That was a stupid face. Do it again.
And you know what? Can you slide all the way back?
And you know what's happening?
That's
I'm
like the
looking
wire.
at the phone and not the camera.
So go all the way back. Like sit against it.
Got
like
it.
that. So that you're kind of filling up the space of the box. There we go. And now look at the camera. And now type again. Like you're dialing. Good.
It's not a.
Okay. All right. So should we?
And the other thing I could do is,
All
I
right.
can still be this way as long as the cord is in that direction. I'm good. And I can't put it here because it'll.
Because it'll. Well, try it.
Okay.
You know what? It's not a bad thing to try. It just might be hard to Photoshop that correctly.
Yeah.
So.
This isn't a.
But we could do another one where you are down here,
You know what?
and then we can make the wire down here. You know?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if we can make the wire down here. No, we have to try and do it up here.
All right. One more.
The slant might be weird and wonky
Yeah.
when you go to Photoshop. That's why you just do a lot of options.
The whole phone thing may not work at all,
Right.
right? Or I'm going to listen to her conversation. Here we go. I'm listening.
All right.
Okay.
Should I go
And the
back
only
and do
other
it
thing
again?
I would do is, it doesn't matter who's in the picture, does it? It does.
Well, you can be talking to yourself. That's good too.
So you're
So I'm back here, right? I was over here.
Yeah.
Just take the tape away.
Even
We're
if
just
you
redoing it
Photoshop
because we realized that the tape was probably going to be
this piece right here.
annoyingly annoying to get.
Sorry if you're
the-
bored. And you know what? You're less important. All you probably be photoshopping is this.
That's true.
So
Oh yeah, that's true. So well, just do it again, so I don't have to
All right, ready?
hold it. But
Ready? Nice. And your strings are hanging over the edge.
oh, all right.
If
So
it
that's
were
good
a
for
regular, if it were a regular sweater, it'd be so easy.
Are you saying
can.
are you saying that I had a poor choice in costuming today?
No, I love the strings.
All right.
Actually, throw the strings over because there you go. Good.
There we go.
That actually will be nice. Okay, I think we got it. It's perfect. That's a good one. Okay, last one. Ready? Okay. All right.
All right. So
Phone's done.
phone done.
And if you
Um,
were doing a tug of war, it'd be exactly the same.
Right. So let's just do a couple of me doing what you did, so that we can sort
Okay.
of, you know. Oh, let's pass a coffee cup to each other.
Okay.
All right. We'll use the same cup that we
What did we use? Oh, right.
we used that right one. Should we pass it down?
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna do a pass down to up. So it's
Well,
gonna be
we
similar.
poured down.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. No, that's good because you were holding the coffee cup up before, so
Right.
now we're holding it down.
Right. So we're just gonna pass it. So we're like passing it to
Okay.
each other. So we'll do a catch.
Okay. So you're
How do you
gonna be
want-
there.
You decide.
Okay.
What do you think looks good?
I just wanna.
All right, so if I'm passing the cup down, sometimes you've seen in other pictures, people pass like picture frames, they pass dolls, they pass anything really. So, is this where you want it?
Yeah. So take your right hand off of it, though. Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. And good.
Okay.
So as
now
the
she-
receiver, I wouldn't even.
You
I would
should-
just. I would just have my hand outstretched to
Right,
it
so-
if I were shooting it. And I guess if you're connecting, if you want to show them how to.
not
if
connect,
you're-
but just like
okay.
as if you were gonna.
So
here's
she's right here,
tape, right? So I'm gonna want you to be right here.
okay.
That you're like maybe both hands.
As if I'm grabbing.
As you're gonna grab,
Oh, both hands.
maybe like you're gonna grab
That's
a
better.
cup from me. Right?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Good.
Okay.
All right, that's good, right?
Cool.
Okay. I think that's.
Do you have it?
Oh,
Any
so
other?
I throw maybe. Oh, we'll do this afterwards if you want. I was just gonna say throw a couple of pictures of me
Yeah.
waving to you, so
Yeah.
we can do the connection in the
In the what?
In the box.
Okay. Let me just see if there's any other questions while we're. What lens and setting are you using? I'm using the 2470, and it's at 35 millimeters. It's 200 shutter speed and f11.
If anybody just came in, just know that I'm going to post this back into the group, put it in the units, probably put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cynthia's up here with that.
Oh yeah.
You can become a YouTube star. And then we went through the whole setup in the beginning of the shoot, but maybe we'll just do it one more time at the end, just to show everybody again the full setup. But you can just rewind back, and you'll see her entire studio and the setup.
And if you have any specific questions about how to do something, ask now, and hopefully we'll see it before we finish.
And we might be able to just do it.
We might be able to do one real quick. All right. So am I just doing new flow?
Yeah, like a little flow, so that way we can have some options when it comes time. It'll be really kind of fun to see because she's going to edit them and I'm going to edit them.
We're going to see what we
We'll
get.
see what we kind of come up with, you know?
Okay. And again, now look how she's sitting. It's beautiful, but because I have the camera set up wrong, I have it horizontal instead of vertical. This foot will get cut off for sure. I'm just going to double check it on Lightroom, but it will. So I have to be sure.
So you could have me do something like that.
Yep, I would just have her lift. Yep, it's just that's perfect.
That's good.
Okay, look at the camera. And now look over here at my hand. Nice. And look up there at the ceiling. Generally, if I'm in one position, I will have them look a bunch different ways and then switch positions before we go any further. And lean on your elbow on the ground. Yeah, can you do that?
So you know what I think we need to do, by the way?
What?
We need to add cushions to these.
I know.
I think we need a cushion. I think that's a new thing.
Sure is.
Not comfy.
It's not. It's less comfy than it looks. That's good. Okay. And look down here for me. Yeah. You'll find that when you're doing in the box, when you exaggerate, it's so much more fun.
Yeah.
It's more fun to edit and it's more fun to look at. It's less posy, but it's just generally.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Get it. She's in pain.
I don't do yoga.
Can you lay your hair down and we'll do it? Or are you too tall? Trunk might be too tall for that. Be really aware of your people's fitness levels before.
What are you trying to say?
I knew Elisa could do this.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Oh my god. All right, I'm going to just be sure this isn't going anywhere. I have a fixed base. If you don't have a fixed base, if yours is just laying, oops, sorry. If you're, okay, and now look back. If you are just on a shelf or something.
Oh wait, but my hands look curled.
Oh, curled hands. Okay, good. If you are just on a base loose, don't do anything funky because you might have an accident. Yeah, she's ready. She actually needs her wine now.
Now I do need coffee. I got too much coffee already. All right, so should I do a little peekaboo?
Yeah. A little peekaboo.
Questions would be good.
Yeah. And do a I'm listening to you. See how she exaggerates with her face? Because that just makes it so much more evident what she's doing. And I'm probably standing in the middle of these. Oh no, I'm good. All right. Good. So she's done it from all positions. Can you stand up? What are you, 5'9"?
I'm 5'9". I'm just saying, I'm 5'9". You're 5'8". So.
Yeah, well.
Oh wait, I have my hands in the box.
We didn't do anything together.
Wait, my hands are wrapped.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's get them all together.
Okay. Also, if you have a child and you're comfortable doing this and their parent is comfortable with you doing it, I sometimes have, of course this is only for my own grandchildren, have them jump out of the box so that we can get the kid right here.
Wait,
like in
you're
midair.
telling me to jump out of the box?
Oh yeah. No, because you'll hit something.
I'm definitely hitting
No.
something. All right. This is so fun. We never had boxes together.
All right.
All right.
What
so,
are you doing?
kind of hide this thing too, right?
You'll get rid of it.
All right.
One, you could.
And do like back-to-back thing, or
Yeah.
start here? Want to start here?
Stand.
Or like this. So if you're a couple, like a husband
Then
and
you
wife,
can
working
intertwine
girlfriend, then you really do like
legs.
one laying in the other's arms, like all that kind of fun stuff. But friends and sisters and stuff like that can do this too. All right, ready?
Where am I looking? Okay.
Okay. You should look at each other. Just a high five.
We did it.
And we do back to back. Of course, we have nobody to tell us how it looks.
I know. Stupid.
Like hanging anything over or.
All right. All right, where are you? Okay.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anybody have any ideas? All right, I'll go look. You think? What is the dimensions of the white box?
4 by 4. This box is a 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 box. Cynthia has the smaller box. Is it heavy? You want to show them later?
Yeah, we'll show them.
Okay. You can really have any square, really, to fit people. This one fits. I have the same size box at home. I fit 5 adults. 2 of them were 6'3". It was not pleasant for them. They were sweating, but they fit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fit larger people into this. It's much bigger than you would imagine, and it's definitely squishy and fun. But any size square works, really. So some people do go deeper than 2 feet. Some people go 3 feet and 4 feet.
Yeah,
right?
they do. Yep. Joanne Babcock said the phone shots, she thought maybe both should have the receiver as if you were talking to each other.
Good idea.
Yeah, that was
a
a good idea.
All right, so we really just need. That's a good idea. Let's do it.
You want to do it? Okay.
Actually, we probably have that, right? When we edit it, we probably would be able to.
No, because I
we have
never
to
had the
flip it.
receiver.
Oh, all right. So we need.
So I need me having the receiver.
Okay. Okay. So we were like right here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
That's a great idea, actually. I don't know what we thought about. Okay, wait.
And that's the spontaneity. That's what happens is when you're in the moment, somebody goes, oh, why don't we do this? Or why don't we do that? And if you have that perspective set up in different places and you don't know where you're going to end up, that you need to have that spontaneity. And you also need to have that spontaneity when you edit. Because your client might say, you know what, I really thought I was going to pay for that 4 box, but I want to do a 9 box. Mm. So if you have specific shots set up with different perspectives, you might not have the shots then for it. So that was just a really good example of spontaneity. So thanks, Joanne. Good.
Okay.
Should do one more just in case. And just sit back there.
Sure. Sit back.
Oh, were you sitting on, which side were you sitting? I was sitting this way, right?
We did it on both sides.
Okay.
We have the cord coming from both sides.
Okay. It's okay.
I think.
Okay. That's good.
Somebody asked where I got the box when I built it, and there are instructions in the.
Yes, there are instructions in the units. If you're not sure where the units are, go to the pinned post, which is the very top post in the announcements. I have a link that goes directly to the units for you.
Mm-hmm. And somebody else again asked about the shadows. You probably just joined us, and if you watch this again, when it's posted, you'll see that you see the shadows right now, but you won't see them. They're not that harsh in real life. Am I making sense? Not in real life. In the photo, because the light will be lit up from the.
Okay.
Right now, is there a big shadow behind me?
Yes, there's a very large shadow.
But as soon as the flash goes off, it brightens all of this up, and it's a lot nicer. So.
Okay. All right. So I think we've accomplished our mission. So all right.
Well, you want me to flip it, and then we can see if any other questions?
I just looked.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good.
So.
That's it.
All right. So thank you to everybody for our very first admin founder tutorial.
Yeah.
Yay, inside the photo box. So, if you have any other questions, just write them in the comments because we'll go back and we'll
Yeah.
answer questions later on
Absolutely.
too. I'm gonna put this in the units. I'm gonna put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Be a star.
Yeah. Better have a cup of coffee now?
Let's have some coffee.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
Bye.
everyone. Bye guys.